We're live out there in live RC land. That does not sound promising.
Christopher Washington.
Number 1, you can roll them out, check them in. I got, man, I need my four-wheel drive expert drivers out on the track to corner marshal, please. Thank you, Mr. Franson. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Todd. Race number 1 going live in 1 minute. Race number 1 going live in 1 minute. Race number 2, 17.5 lock timing. B-main event.
1 minute to the start of the race.
You guys need to be thinking about it.
Mike Hastings, Travis Grantham, Luke Hastings.
All right, with that being said,
layer
no
one.
more laps. No more laps. Going to get our cars lined up. Washington on the 7. Beefy 5 layer on the 6.
45 seconds to the
Hastings
start
on
of
the
the race.
5. Will Devia on the 4. Travis Grantham on the 3. Mike Hastings on the 2. Phil Rowan on the pole. This is your 21.5 lock timing B main
30
event.
seconds to the start of the race.
Taking the top 2 into that A. We got our cars lined up. Let's keep it clean off the start, gentlemen. Keep it clean off the start. All right, with that being said, drivers ready,
15 seconds
marks
to the start
ready.
of the race.
Sound of the tone. And we are off and running. Let's keep it out there clean, guys. Nice pseudo start. Plenty of time. 5-minute main event. Help them out, help them out. Clear. All right. Leading out is going to be Phil Rowan. Hastings and Grantham. Top 3 doing a little bit of breakaway. Davia, 7 layer. We'll upgrade him from a 5 to a 7. Washington and Luke rounding out my top 7. Race number 1 on deck. Race number 2, 17.5 lock timing. B main. That'll be Lamb, Clenshaw, Knowlton, Mann, Tom, Damas. You cats will be up next. Watch by the back triple, watch back triple, watch back triple. Watch it out front, drivers, watch it out front. Marshal out front, please. Watching for the driver's stand, guys. Watching for the driver's stand. Front of the driver's stand is clear. Watch on the backside triple. It is Phil Rowan leading out. Grantham in the 2. Your top 2 front runners jumping away from the driver's stand right now. In that 3 spot, gonna be Hastings. That'll be 3rd working there, Chris. Please hold your line. Davia in the 4. Now battle going on for 3rd and 4th between Hastings and Davia. Leader on deck is going to be Phil Rowan working his way. Coming into the whoop section right now. That'll be 3rd and 4th working there, Chris. Nicely done. Watch it off the end of the short chute. It is clear. Rowan leading out. Luke, that'll be leader working in front of you. Please hold your line. Thank you, CJ. And 2nd will be coming up on you soon enough. Watch it out of the whoops. 240 in, 220 to go. 240 in, 220 to go. It is Phil Rowan leading out. Travis Grantham in the 2. Will Davia in that 3 spot. Mike Hastings in the 4. That's your battle right now by timing and scoring. 3rd and 4th. Davia and Hastings going up the hill, going down the hill. Let's keep it clean out there, kids. Keep it clean.
2 minutes left.
Luke, that is 2nd working with you. Please hold your line. Thank you very much. Hastings and Davia going at it by timing and scoring again. Davia getting it wrong in front of timing and scoring. Maxwell right there to get him. Thank you, Mr. Maxwell. Appreciate that. Phil Rowan leading out. $21.5 lock time. I'm going to take the top two into that A main. $21.5 top two to find their way in the A main right now. That is Rowan and Grantham. Off and run. Marshall bottom of the hill. It is clear. Thank you, Phil. Marshall out front. CJ. Thank you very much. That is second working there, Mr. Hastings. Please hold your line. Or excuse me, Beefy 7.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Drivers, you got 4 minutes in, 1 to go. 4 in, 1 to go. Leader on deck through the whoop section. That is Phil Rowan in that 2 spot. Going to be Travis Grantham. Got a pretty good lead on Hastings in that 3 spot. Davia in the 4. Beefy 5 layer in the 5. Luke in the 6. Washington rounding out my top 7 in your 21.5 B-main event here on Saturday Club Racing at Hobby Action Raceway. That'll be leader working there. Will, please hold your line. With 30 seconds left to go. 30 seconds left to go for those first off the line. Nicely done, Chris. With 25 seconds to go. Time starting to wind down. Got about 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Rowan's going to get by for another. Grantham probably going to get chopped at the line. We'll see. Oh, he's definitely going to get chopped at the line. That is time. Finish lap, you are on. Travis Grantham, you are done. Beefy, you are done. Chris, you are done. Luke, you are done. Waiting on Rowan, Hastings, and Davia. Waiting on 2. That is a race. I'll stop. Marshall, you got the blowers. Phil Rowan and Travis Grantham, you are bumped into that A main. You guys running your mains? You're not running your main. Phil, are you running your main? Nope. All right, so Mike Hastings and Will Davia, you guys have bumped into the A main. So Hastings and Davia, you are bumped in that 21.5 A main. Drivers from race number 1, turn them off, put them down. Come on back out. Find a marshalling spot for me, please. $21.5 lock timing. B-main event. You guys are up next. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. I need to see Rowan, Stunt Grantham, Hastings, Davia, 5-layer, Luke Hastings, and Washington. Marshall to your spots.
Scottman.
Let's go ahead and roll them out. Check them in. Qualifying in the 6 spot, Bryce DeMoss. In the 5, Larry Tom. In the 4, Scott Mann. In the 3, Chris Knowlton. In the 2, Nils Clinshaw. On the pole will be Ashley Lamb. Marshals to your spots. $17.5 lock timing. We're going to be taking 3 into that A main. 3 into that A main. Thank you, Phil. Thank you,
Ashley Lamb.
All right, I need 1. Marshall in the center. Marshall in the center, please. All right, this is your 17.5 lock timing B-main event. No more laps. Bryce, you can go and do a lap if you need to.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Qualifying in the 6 spot, Bryce DeMoss. In the 5, Larry Tom. In the 4, Scott Mann. In the 3, Chris Knowlton. In the 2, Nils Clinshaw. And on the pole will be Ashley Lamb. Taking the top 3 into that A-main event, Marshals. Keep your heads on a swivel. I need you guys grabbing the cars as quickly as humanly possible. There are cars lined up. Hi. We are cleared for takeoff. With that being said, drivers ready, marshals ready. Sound of the tone. Clinshaw, Lamb leading us out. Knowlton in the 3. Nice clean start. That's what I like to see. Everybody living to die another day. Top 3 going to find their way into that A-main event right now. Ashley Lamb leading out. Clinshaw in the 2. Knowlton in the 3. Mann in the 4. Tom in the 5. .430 in. Oh, Lamb getting it wrong. That's going to drop her down 4 spots. So now Clinshaw on top. Knowlton in the 2. Man in the 3. Lamb in the 4. Tom in the 5. And Clenshaw gets it wrong top of the hill. He gets spun around. So now Knowlton going to take over the top spot. Man into the 2. Clenshaw in the 3. Tom in the 4. Tom just biding his time, waiting to find a way around your top 3. Wants to find it. Oh, Clenshaw goes off reservation. So now Tom going to be into the top 3 now. So Knowlton, Man, Tom, Lamb, and Clenshaw. That is going to be your top 5 running order with 1:15 in, 3:45 to go. Race number 3, two-wheel mod, B main event. You will be up next. Two-wheel mod, B main event. You'll be up next. Watch it out front, drivers. Chris Knowlton leading out. Scott Mann in the 2. LT in the 3. Ashley Lamb going to be in the 4. Clenshaw in the 5. Thank you, Phil. I will need these 6 drivers and 1 volunteer to help me out with race number 3. 1 volunteer, Marshall. Help me out with race number 3. Watch top of the hill, drivers. Watch top of the hill. Watch top of the hill. Marshall by timing and scoring. Marshall by timing and scoring. Tom getting it wrong in no man's land. That's going to drop him to the top 5. So now final transfer, Lamb, Clenshaw, and Tom. All going to be going at it through the center section. Meanwhile, Chris Knowlton leading out. Scott Mann in the 2, Lamb in the 3. Clenshaw and Tom. 2:15 in, 2:45 to go. Tom looking on the inside on Nils. Looking at the top of the hill, not able to capitalize there. Back out up front, it is going to be Chris Knowlton. Scott Lamb. Ashley in the 3 spot. LT popping it up into the top 4. That is second work with there, Bryce. Thank you very much. Now it's going to be Ashley Lamb in the 3, LT in the 4. Knowlton getting it wrong in front of the driver's stand. Man capitalizing a little bit on his lead he had with 3 minutes in, 2 to go. Race number 2. This is our 17.5 lock timing B main event coming at you. Race number 3, two-wheel mod. B main. Ashley getting it wrong top of the hill. LT going to find his way back up into the top 3 now with Lamb in tow. There's Knowlton through the whoops. There's Man through the whoops. Here comes LT, Lamb, and Nils. Bryce, you got second, third, or third, fourth, fifth? Yeah, nicely done, good sir. Game on. 3:30 in, 1:30 to go. Lamb looking high, looking low, giving Tom a wing full of bumper. That's going to move Nils now up into the top 3. LT going to drop it to the 4. Ashley going to be in the 5. 3:45 in, 1:15 to go. Watch it out front, drivers. Watch it out front. Watch it out front. Thank you, Bryce. You got 4th and 5th working with you. Thank you, Dan. Chris Knowlton on top. Scott Mann in the 2.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Clenshaw in the 3. LT in the 4. 4 minutes in, 1 to go. Race number 3, two-wheel mod. That's going to be Fertig, Long, Himmelman, Salter, Lamb, and Helmrich. You kids are going to be up next. Marshall out front, please. Marshall out front. It is Knowlton leading out. Scott Mann in the 2. Clenshaw in the 3. Lamb in the 4. Tom in the 5. With under 20 to go, drivers, under 20 to go. Chris Knowlton trying to seal the deal. Wants a shot into that A main. Now Man taking over the top spot. Knowlton dropping it to the 2. Marshall top of the hill. Marshall top of the hill. That'll be time on the master clock. You will be done when you cross the line. Ashley Lamb, got you at the line. You are done. LT, you are done. Scott Mann taking the win. You are done. Fighting your way into that A-main. Chris Knowlton and Nils going to be going at it. And waiting on one, waiting on one. And that is a race. I'll stop, I'll stop. Scott Mann, Chris Knowlton, and Clenshaw, are you guys running your main? Chris Knowlton, are you running your main? Yes? All right, Scott Mann, are you running your main? Yes? Awesome. All right.
The race is completed.
So Mann, Knowlton, Clenshaw, you guys are in at A main. Race number 3, two-wheel mod, B-Main. Coming up at you next, two-wheel mod, B-Main. Coming at you next. And drivers from race number 2, I need you guys out on the track and at least one volunteer, please.
Keith Himmelman. Lyle Lamb.
Hey, that Cinnamon Roll Pazuki is going to be amazing. An oval designer. All right, roll them out, check them in. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. I got Ashley over there, Nils there, Bryce there. Scottman, where you at? Need you on cone 1, backside triple, please. It's going to be Lee Helmrich in the 6, Lyle Lamb in the 5, Clint Salter in the 4, Keith Hillman in the 3, Tim Long in the 2, Evan Fertig on the pole. With that being said, no more laps. Go and get our cars lined up.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Taking the top 3 into that A main event. 4 two-wheel drive modified. So let's keep
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Fertig, Long, Himmelman, Salter, Lamb, Helmrich. All right. Y'all know the routine. Let's grab one volunteer marshal top of the hill to help out Chris. One volunteer marshal top of the hill, help out Chris for me if you would, guys. One volunteer marshal top of the hill, please. On cone 4. Sean, if you want to help out Chris, appreciate that.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
These guys coming at you hot and heavy. We'll let Mr. Sanchez hop on over. Yeah, cone 4. For me. Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
Less than 5.
Yeah, right there. That is a marshalling spot. Cool. With that being said, at the sound of the tone. Fertig bumping out. Long in the 2. Himmelman in the 3. Nice single file. Two-wheel drive modified. Salter and Helmrich getting into it. Remember, taking the top 3 into that A main. Fertig on top. Tim Long in the 2. Himmelman and Lamb, 3rd and 4th. Nice, good gap on everybody. Race number 4. Lock timing 4-wheel drive. B main, you will be up next. Lock timing 4-wheel drive B, you'll be up next. Evan Fertig leading out. Tim Long in the 2. Himmelman and Lamb going at it. That'll be your final transfer battle right there. Himmelman and Lamb, top of the hill, going down the hill through Laguna Seca. Himmelman's got it. Lamb wants it. Right now, Evan Fertig all black and green, working his way through the whoop section. Tim Long rocking the Mugen in that 2 spot. Lamb getting marshaled out by DeMoss. Thank you, Bryce. Appreciate that. Watch top of the hill. Watch top of the hill. I am going to need quite a few volunteer marshals after race 6 and after race 10. Quite a few volunteer marshals. So if you guys are hanging out in the pits, please hop on out there and help me out when you hear me calling out for volunteers. So right now it is Tim Long on top. Evan Fertig dropping into the 2. Himmelman and Lamb going at it, going over the backside triple. That is battle for final transfer. Lamb looking to the inside on Himmelman. Himmelman pushing it wide. Lamb backing it in. 145 in, 3:15 to go. Marshall out front. Oh no, Long hooking up a pipe. Himmelman hooking up a pipe. That's going to move Lyle Lamb up into the top 3. So it is going to be Evan Fertig leading out. Tim Long in the 2. Lyle Lamb in the 3. Himmelman in the 4. Fertig getting it wrong. Here comes Tim Long now. Long looking around the outside. Getting a little sideways through that switchback. So 1st, 2nd, and 3rd through the backside triple they go. 2:30 in, 2:30 to go. It is Fertig on top. Long in the 2. Lamb in the 3. Himmelman in the 4. Race number 4, 17.5 lock timing, 4-wheel drive. You guys will be up next. Fertig leading out. Tim Long in the 2. Lyle Lamb in the 3. Pretty good gap going back to Himmelman now, so everybody kind of settling into their own routine. Himmelman in the 4. Helmrich in the 5. Salter in the 6.
2 minutes left.
Out front, it is going to be the green and black of Fertig. The yellow, gray, and fluorescent pink, orange of Long. Lamb into 3. Now Lamb starting to set his sights on Tim Long. Top 3 going to find their way into that 2-wheel mod, a main event later on. Thank you, Mr. Salter. Appreciate that. 3:30 in, 1:30 to go. Fertig by timing and scoring. Long and Lamb by timing and scoring. Pop a wheelie out of Lamb. Watch it through the switchback. Nicely done, Mr. Salter. You are good. Oh, Lamb pushing it sideways. Oh, Fertig getting it wrong off the backside triple. That moves Long into the top spot now. Fertig can drop it to the 2. Lamb into 3. Himmelman still in the 4. Helmrich in the 5. With 4 minutes in,
1 minute
one
left.
to go. 4 minutes in, 1 to go. Race 4. That's going to be Brother 2, Borden, Brown, Hastings, Kegley, and Kegley. Tim Long on top. He's got Fertig. Let's keep it clean, kids. Nicely done. 3-car dance. Working through the backside triple. Long leading out. Fertig in the 2. Marshall out front. Thank you, LT. Lee, you'll have first, second, and third coming up on you. Oh, one right there. Lamb put it upside down. That'll drop him off the lead pack, but he's still got a good lead in the top 3 with under 20 to go. Under 20 to go. It is Evan Fertig on top. Tim Long in that 2 spot. Long looking high, looking low. Jumping away from the driver's stand, looking to the inside through the whoop section they're going to go. Another circuit around with less than 5. Drivers less than 5. And everyone will be done when you cross our finish line. Time has expired. Who's it going to be for 8th, 9th, and 10th? Fertig on top. Long goes double single. Keith, you are done. Waiting on everyone else. Evan, you're done. Tim Long, you are done. Double L, you are done. Waiting on 2. Waiting on 2. Waiting on 1. Evan, Tim, and Lyle, you guys running your A mains? Yep, and yep. Awesome possum. Marshall's got those blowers. Marshall's got those blowers. Race number 4 coming up at you next. All right, drivers from race number 3, I need you guys to turn them off, put them down. I need you guys back on the track to quarter marshal. And I do need 2 volunteer marshals, please. I need 2 volunteer marshals. 2 volunteer marshals, please. 2 volunteer marshals. 2 mod drivers. You guys know better. I need you guys back on the track, please. Let's go ahead and roll them out. Check them in. Qualifying in the 6 spot, Skylar Kegley. In the 5, Zach Kegley. In the 4, Mike Hastings. In the 3, Rich Brown. In the 2, Phil Borden. And on the pole will be Brother 2. I am going to need 1 volunteer marshal on cone number 5. 1 volunteer marshal on cone number 5, please. 1 volunteer
Phil
marshal
Borden.
on cone number 5.
Brother 2. Mike Hastings.
Need a volunteer marshal on
Skylar
cone number
Kegley.
5, please. And
Zach
with
Kegley.
that, no more laps, no more laps, no more laps. Go get our cars lined up.
1 minute to the start of
17.5
the
lock
race.
timing. B main coming at you. Remember, we are going to take the top 4 from this main, top 4. So keep it rubber side down. Make your passes
45
clean.
seconds to the start of the race.
Got a clear check out of everybody. Rich Brown in the 2, or in the 3, excuse me. All right, y'all know the routine. Let's keep it clean. Drivers ready at the sound of the tone. Nicely done. 6-car dance, off and running. Whoa, Borden going over the top. Grabbed a little bit of a fistful of throttle. Leading us out is going to be Brother 2. Borden hooks up a pipe. Here comes Hastings looking to the inside. Rich Brown puts it upside down. Long 5-minute main, plenty of time. Taking the top 4 into that A main. Right now it is Brother 2 on top. Hastings in the 2. Let's keep it clean. Borden in the 3. Kegley in the 4. Brown in the 5. Watch on the backside triple. Watch the backside triple. It is clear. Drivers, you got 1 minute in, 4 to go. Nicely done. It is Brother 2 leading out. Hastings in the 2. Borden in the 3. Rich Brown in the 4. Zach Kegley in the 5. Watch it on the backside. Thank you very much. Brother 2 rocking the all orange. Race number 5. Novice. A main event, you will be up next. Novice A main event, you will be up next. Brother 2 on top. Hastings and Borden going at it. Oh, Borden going off reservation. That's going to move Rich Brown now up into the top 3. Borden still sitting in a transfer spot. Hastings getting it wrong, bottom of the hill. So that moves Brown now up into the top 2. Marshall out front, please. Thank you, Tim. Brother 2 on top. Rich Brown in the 2. Marshall off the backside triple. Marshall backside triple. Borden and Hastings still going at it. Hastings still sitting in that final transfer spot. Remember, drivers, keep it rubber side down. Keep all your arms on the car. Want to finish out. Top 4 are going to find their way into that A main, which will be race number 12. If you guys didn't notice, your buggy mains will be 7 minutes. So, again, thank you to my volunteer marshals for hopping out there. Greatly appreciate it. 3 minutes in, 2 to go. Brother 2 on top. Rich Brown in the 2. Borden in the 3. Hastings in the 4. Skyla taking the option line.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
I'd make him work for it there, Skyla. Brother 2 on top. Hastings still sitting in that top 4. Rich Brown in the 2. 17.5 lock timing, 4-wheel drive. Sportsman. You guys are making it look good. That's what I like to see. Brother 2 on top. Rich Brown in the 2. Borden in the 3. Hastings in the 4. Oh, Brown put it upside down. Now Borden going to find his way into the 2 with 1:20 to go. Easy, Rich. $1:15 to go, drivers. 1:15 to go. It is Brother 2 leading out. Phil Borden in the 2. Rich Brown in the 3. Hastings in the 4. 4 minutes in, 1 to go. 4 minutes in, 1 to go. Watching the floater double, watching the floater double. It is clear. Thank you, Tim. Brother 2 rocking the all orange. I am going to need 1 volunteer marshal after this race. 1 volunteer marshal after this race to help me out. I have a marshal that cannot marshal, or a driver that cannot marshal, I should say. 4:20 in, 40 seconds to go. 40 seconds to go. It is Brother 2 on top. Borden in the 2. Brown in the 3. Hastings in the 4. With under 25 to go, drivers, under 25 to go. Watch top of the hill. It is clear. Thank you, Tim. Brother 2 on top. Borden in that 2 spot, less than 5. And everyone will be done when you cross the start-finish line. That is time. Finish lap, you are on. Mr. Hastings, you are done. Mr. Kegley, you are done. Brown, Borden, Brother 2, and Hastings, are you running your mains? Yep. Yes. Borden, are you running your main? All right, that is the race. I'll stop. Waiting on Skyla. Waiting on one, drivers. Waiting on one. Mr. Hastings, are you running your main? Mr. Hastings. Thank you. All righty, and that is the race. I'll stop.
The race is completed.
Brother 2, Phil Borden, Rich Brown, and Mike Hastings, you have found your way into those A mains. Race number 5, Novice A main. You are coming up next. I need all 5 of those drivers and at least 1 to 2 volunteers to help me out for my novice guys. No worries. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Salter. Appreciate that. All right, drivers from race number 4, I need you guys out on the track, please. Drivers from race 4, I need you out on the track, please. Novice A main, you can roll them out, check them in. Qualifying in the 5 spots, Sophia DeMoss. In the 4, Dalton Ham. In the 3, Christopher Washington. In the 2, Tim Romero. And on the pole will be Chris Cusin. I got Skyla there, Hastings there, Brother 2 there, Kegley there. 1 at the bottom of the hill for me, please. And again, I need 2 volunteer marshals, please. 2 volunteer marshals. Going to get our cars lined up. We're going to get our cars lined up. Let's go get our cars lined up. Need 2 volunteer marshals. Need a marshal in the center, please. Marshal in the center. I got a car up on the tube, please.
Dalton Ham.
Cars lined up. I need 2 volunteer marshals, please. 2 volunteer marshals.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Volunteer marshals, please. I need 1 on 7. I need 1 on 2. Huh? Oh,
Sophia DeMoss.
well, don't do that.
30 seconds to the
I need
start
1
of the race.
volunteer marshal in from the driver's stand by the stairs on cone number 2, please. I need a volunteer marshal on the stairs, please.
$15 seconds to the start of the race.
And I will need at least 1 to 2 volunteer marshals after race number 6. 1 to 2 after race number 7. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. This is our Novice A main event. Go! Can you fix it real quick, Chris? Can you fix it? Yeah. Fix it. I am well ahead of my time schedule. That's why you guys got 7-minute mains. So again, huge thanks for everyone coming out today. Don't forget, you got your 8th annual Desert Classic coming up here. First weekend of March. We'll be doing a track build the weekend before. Any and all help is appreciated, whether you're racing in that race or not. Many hands make quick, light work of our track builds. Signups will be opening next week, Sunday, 12 o'clock, Arizona time. That will be on hobbyaction.net for your sign-up information. The flyer is inside. I believe we have 21.5 lock timing, 17.5 lock timing two-wheel drive, 17.5 expert, two-wheel drive expert, two-wheel drive modified, 40 plus modified, stadium truck 13.5, short course. Then we'll have, I think, 3 four-wheel drive classes, four-wheel drive modified, four-wheel drive expert, and our newest 17.5 lock timing. You sure? All right, drivers ready. Marshall's ready. We are going to be going at the sound OD tone. 6-minute main. That means go when the tone goes off, guys. turn it off and back. There you go. Ooh. That doesn't sound good. Sounds like a sensor wire. Let's keep it clean, guys. 6-minute A-main event. So Dalton Ham going to be leading us out. Marshall behind you, Mr. Hastings. Mr. Hastings behind you. Romero in the 2. Cusin now getting his car up and running. He's in the top 3. DeMoss in the 4. So we are rolling with race number 5, race number 6. Short course A-main coming up at you next. Short course coming up at you next. Easy, Chris. Long 6-minute main. Plenty of time. Race number 5 on track. This is our novice A-main event. The beginners of radio control car racers. Again, thank you to my volunteers for hopping out there. I will need 2 volunteers after this race to help me out volunteer marshaling. And then I'll need about 4 volunteers to help me out after short course. So right now it is going to be Dalton Ham leading out. Ham right now working his way through the backside triple. In that 2 will be Tim Romero. Chris Cusin in that 2 spot, making up some ground. He's not that far off the back of the leaders. Only about 6.5 seconds. Keep it easy, Chris. Slow it down, buddy. Slow it down. Focus on the middle of the track. Slow it down. Slow it down. Remember, rubber side down. It's going to be your friend. Dalton Ham leading out. Marshall by start finish line, please. Romero in the 2. Cusin in the 3.
The mediums, the brand new ones, heated them.
All right, back out in front is going to be Dalton Ham. Tim Romero in that 2 spot. Chris Cusin into 3. Sophia going to round out my top 4. With 3 minutes in, 3 to go. 3 in, 3 to go. Race number 6. Short course A-main event. Coming up at you next. Short course A-main coming up at you next. I'll need these 5 novice drivers and about 2 volunteers to help me out. About 2 volunteers to help me out. Watch it out front, drivers. Watch it out front. Watch it out front. Vintage. Shiny vintage. No. All right, drivers, you got 4 minutes in, 2 to go. It is Dalton Ham leading out.
2 minutes left.
Tim Romero in the 2. Chris Cusin in the 3. Right now, Cusin not that far off the back door of Romero. Maybe not. Watch it out front. Easy, Sophia, easy. We are watching race number 5, our novice A-main event. It is Dalton Ham leading out. Tim Romero in that 2. Chris Cusin in the 3. Drivers, you got 5 minutes in, 1 to go. 5 minutes in, 1 to go.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
It is Dalton Ham on top. Tim Romero in the 2. Chris Cusin in the 3. With under 45 to go, drivers under 45 to go, you're rolling with race number 5. This is our Novice A main event, race number 6. Short course coming up at you next. Short course coming up at you next. That'll be a leader working with you there. Please hold your line. With 25 seconds to go, drivers, 25 seconds to go. Oh, boy. And Chris is going to take an E. He'll still finish out in the top 3. Good job. With Marshall out front, please. Marshall out front. Thank you, Brandon. Starting to wind this one down. Keep them rolling, drivers. That is time. Sophia, you are done. Got you at the line. Mr. Romero, you are done. Waiting on your winner. Dalton Ham going to take home your Novice A main event. Waiting on one. Waiting on one. And that is a race. All stop. Marshall's going to grab those blowers. Marshall's going to grab those blowers. Start blowing off your area. Novice drivers, I need you guys back out on the track for me, please. And again, I will need at least 1 to 2 volunteer marshals. 1 to 2 volunteer marshals. Help me out, race number 6. 1 to 2 volunteer marshals. Help me out, race number 6, please. Novice drivers, back out on the track for me, please. Novice drivers, back out on the track for me, please. All right, let's go ahead and roll them out, check them in. Qualifying in the 3 spots, Scott Mann. In the 2, David Franson. And on the pole will be Justin Billowis. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. I got DeMoss there, Chris there. Thank you, Alex. Romero there, and I need Mr. Cusin. Can I get you back on the track for me one more time?
David Franson.
No more laps, no more laps. Chris, if I could get you back on the track, I'd appreciate it.
1 minute to the start of the race.
I need 1 volunteer marshal on cone number 1, please. 1 volunteer marshal on cone number 1. 1 volunteer marshal on cone number 1 for me, please.
Forty-five seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I'm going to need 2 volunteer marshals, guys. If I could get 2 volunteer marshals, help me out in the pits. I would appreciate it. 2 volunteer marshals, please. I need somebody on 5,
to the start of the race.
Somebody on 1. Just need 1 on 1, please. 1 on 1. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you hopping out there, buddy. Thank you very much. All right, thank you, Ashley.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Well, drivers ready, marshals ready. You guys are going to go in at Sound of the Tone. 6 minutes of bumper action at the Sound of the Tone. And we're locked and loaded. Billowis leading us out. Franson in the 2, Mann in the 3. So I am going to need 4 volunteer marshals after this race is done. 4 volunteer marshals after this race is done. Billowis leading out. Franson in the 2, Mann in the 3. That is your top 3 front runners, 1 lap in with 5.5 minutes to go. Franson pushing it sideways. That's going to move Mann into that early lead. So out front, it is going to be Justin Billowis. Mann in the 2. Franson in the 3. So after this race, I'll need 4 volunteer marshals. After race 7, I'll need 1 volunteer marshal. Locked and loaded. Justin Billowis leading us out. Mann in the 2. Franson in the 3. Again, thank you to everyone coming on out today. Hopefully y'all are having a fun time, had a fun time. This is our Saturday race program here at Hobby Action Raceway, so even with some extended mains, we should have everything wrapped up by 6:30. Oh, front stoppy. So appreciate everyone coming out. Hopefully y'all are having a fun time. Don't forget, we do it all over again Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And Saturday at 1. Justin Billowis leading out. Scott Mann in the 2. Franson into 3. Bill Lewis by the finish line. Up the hill. Down the hill. Scott Mann into 2. Franson into 3. Dose in. 4 to go. 2 in, 4 to go. Rolling with race number 6. Race number 7. Halfway home. That'll be my Stadium Truck A main event. And again, I'll need 5 volunteer marshals to help me out with race number 7. 4 volunteer marshals. 4 volunteer marshals help me out race number 7. 4, marshal at the bottom of the hill. Thank you, Alex. Bill Lewis leading out. Franson now going to find his way into the 2. Little uncharacteristic mistake out of Scott Mann. Drops him back to the top 3. So that'll be your focus on battle. Franson and Mann going at it. Race number 7. Stadium Truck coming up at you next. 3 minutes in, 3 to go. 3 and 3 to go. Bill Lewis getting it wrong on the backside triple. Franson still in the 2. Mann into 3.
Two minutes left. 2 minutes left.
All right, drivers, you got 4:30 in, 1:30 to go. It is Bill Lewis leading out. Mann reclaiming that top 2. Franson into the 3. Ow! Where are you going? Pretty sure your eyes weren't open on that one. Bill Lewis on top. Scott Mann in the 2. David Franson in the 3. Race number 7. Stadium Truck A main event coming up at you next. Stadium Truck A main coming up at you next. I'll need these 3 drivers and at least 4 volunteer marshals to help me out with race number 7. At least 4 volunteer marshals to help me out race number 7. With 5 minutes in, 1 to go. 5 in, 1 to go. Bill Lewis leading out. Mann in the 2. Franson in the 3. Rocking and rolling. Starting to wind this one down. Race number 6. Short course. Finishing out the day here on our Saturday Club Minute Hobby action. Don't forget, if you want to see how things transpire, you can always go to our YouTube channel and watch the main events as they are uploaded at the end of our race day. One of these days we'll have some cool cameras that show you all the ins and outs, but with under 15 to go, drivers under 15 to go. Mann's going to make a bye for 1 more. Franson should make a bye for 1 more. And Bill Lewis will make a bye for 1 more, and then everyone will be done when you cross the start-finish line. That is time. Finish the lap, you are on. Finish the lap, you are on. Marshals, make sure you're grabbing those blowers. And again, I'll need 4 volunteer marshals to help me out with the next race. Scott Mann, you are done. Waiting on 2. Franson and Bill Lewis, you are done. That is a race. I'll stop. Marshall, grab those blowers. Race number 7.
The race
Stadium
is
Truck A main event coming up at you next.
Brother 2. Brandon Bennett.
All right, drivers from race number 6, turn them off, put them down. Come on back out, find a marshal in spot for me. Thank you, Bryce.
Dylan Dodge. Will Davila.
All right, marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Let's go ahead and roll them out, check them in. I need 2 volunteer marshals, please. 2 volunteer marshals. I need somebody on 4. Those are all charged. And somebody on 1. I need
1 minute
somebody
to
top
start
of the
the
hill
race.
on 4. And Dalton, are you marshaling over on 1? All right, thank you very much. All right, qualifying order in the 6 spot, Luke Hastings in the 5.
Jace Hastings.
Jace Hastings in the 4, Will Davia. In the 3, Brandon Bennett.
45
in the 2,
seconds to
Dylan
start the
Dodge.
race.
And on the pole will be the brother of 2.
Luke Hastings.
No more laps. No more laps. Let's go and get our cars lined up. Got a good, clean check out of everybody. We are cleared for
30
takeoff.
seconds to
Thanks,
the start of the
Chase.
race.
Appreciate that. 6-minute Stadium Truck A main event.
Fifteen seconds to the start of the race.
All right. Y'all know the gigs.
Less than 5.
6 minutes. Drivers ready, marshals ready, going at the sound of the tone. Keep it clean, keep it clean, keep it clean. And we are locked in, loaded. You're a pole sitter. Brother 2 leading us out. Dodge in the 2. Bennett in the 3. Hastings goes dead. That truck is dead. Back out of front, it is going to be brother 2. Dylan Dodge in that 2. Bennett in the 3. Looks like Jace in the 4. Davia in the 5. Right now, your leader, brother 2, going to be doing a little stretch away from Dylan Dodge and Bennett. Race number 8, 21.5 lock timing, a main event. Coming up at you next, 21.5 lock timing. Coming up at you next. It's brother 2 on top. Dylan Dodge in that 2. Bennett in the 3. First, second, and third working their way through the center section of the track. It is brother 2 rocking the purple and light blue. Dodge rocking the all black. Bennett with the red and black knocking on the back door of Dodge. With 2 minutes in, 4 to go. Dodge gets it wrong on the backside triple. And then Bennett gets it wrong trying to go around the outside. So Dodge back up into the 2. He gets it wrong coming through the whoops. Bennett round the outside on that. So with 2 minutes in, 4 to go, brother 2 leading out. Brandon Bennett in that 2 spot. Dylan Dodge in the 3. Chase Hastings in the 4. Watch on the backside triple. Thanks, Scott. 2:15 in, 3:45 to go. After race number 7, I will need 1 volunteer marshal, at least 1 volunteer marshal to help me out with race number 8. And again, after race number 9, after race number 10, I am going to need probably about 4 volunteer marshals at least. 4 volunteer marshals at least after race number 10. 2:45 in, 3:15 to go. It is brother 2 leading out. Bennett in that 2 spot. Dodge in the 3. Brother 2 stretching it out. Bennett in that 2 spot. And Jace, you will have second. Nicely done. Good job, youngster. Brother 2 on top. But here comes Bennett. Bennett only 1.0 back. So Bennett putting on the afterburners. Wants a shot at the top. Through the switchback section they go. Going up the hill, going down the hill. Thank you, Mr. Franson. Backside triple. It is Brother 2 on top. Bennett in that 2 spot. Blue and silver hunted down by the red and black. Watching the slope floater double. It is clear. Thank you, Chris. Dodge into 3. 3:45 in, 2:15 to go. Race number 8. 21.5 lock timing. That is a 7-minute boogity boogity. A main for you cats. Brother 2 leading
2
out.
minutes left. 2 minutes left.
Bennett in the 2. Dodge in the 3. Thank you, Chris. With less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. And you got second coming up on you there, Will. Oh, Bennett comes in just a bit too short. All right, your leader going to be Brother 2. Now Davia coming up on the back door of Jace. Wants a shot at for 4 and 5. Bennett in the 2. With 1:15 to go, drivers, 1:15 to go. It is Brother 2 leading out. He's got 2.1 on Bennett. Working up the hill, going down the hill. Backside triple, they go. Coming up on Dodge. Davia in the 4, Hastings in the 5.
1 minute left.
Now Hastings and Davia going at it, jumping away from the driver's stand. Through the whoop section. Jace looks to the inside on Davia's. Got to back it down. Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. Keep it clean, Jace. Brother 2 on top. Bennett in that 2 spot. Still keeping him legal and legit. Bennett now half a second back with under 30 to go. Under 30 to go. It is Brother 2 on top. Bennett in that 2 spot. Working their way through the backside triple they go right now. Coming up on Dodge. With 20 seconds to go, they'll get by for one more, and then it's going to be a run to the line. Who's got to do once at under 15? With less than 10, drivers, less than 10. Bennett and 2 going at it, going up the hill, less than 5. That'll be time on the clock. You'll be done when you cross our finish line. Bennett tries to go over the top. Goes over, coming to the inside through the whoop section, looks to the inside. Not able to get it. Nicely done. Brother 2 taking the win. Bennett in the 2. Waiting on 2, drivers, waiting on 2. Waiting on Davia and Hastings. Waiting on 2, drivers. And that is a race. I'll stop, I'll stop.
The race is complete.
Marshall's going to grab those blowers. Marshall's going to grab those blowers. Start blowing off your areas. I do need 2 volunteer marshals. Help me out, race number 8. 2 volunteer marshals. Help me out, race number 8.
Bob Goodwill. Mike Caller. Rich Brown. Pete Ham. James Maxwell.
Hold your cars, guys. Need my drivers from race number 7. I need you guys back on the track, please. Drivers from race 7, need you guys back on the track, please. And again, I need 2 volunteer marshals, please. I need 2 volunteer marshals to help me out with this next race, please. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Let's go ahead and roll them out. Check them in. Qualifying in the 10 spot, Will Davia. In the 9, Mike Hastings. In the 8, Peter Hom. In the 7, Rich Brown. In the 6, Jace Hastings. In the 5, James Maxwell. In the 4, Phil Borden. In the 3, Mike Caller. In the 2, Bob Goodwill. And on the pole will be Alex Frias. Mike, this is your race.
Alex Frias.
Okay.
Phil Borden. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
You need to let me know. Okay? No, you just need to let me know. So he's running your car? Okay. All right, I need my marshals on the track, please. I need my marshals on the track, please.
Jace Hastings.
Yeah?
Mike Hastings.
Yeah? No more laps, no more laps, no more laps. Gonna get our cars lined up. And let's see here. I am going to need 1, 2,
15 seconds to the
3
start of the
volunteer
race.
marshals, please. I need 3
Will Davila.
volunteer marshals, please. 3 volunteer marshals. I need 1 on cone 7. 1 on cone 7.
Less
1
than five,
on cone 7, please. 1 on cone 7. All right, it is Davila on the 10, Hastings on the 9, Hom on the 8, Brown on the 7, Hastings on the 6, Maxwell on the 5, Borden on the 4, Caller on the 3, Goodwill on the 2, Frias on the pole. I got a clear check. I got a boatload of marshals out there. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Going at the sound of the tone. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it clean. All right, we are off and running. Nicely done, guys. That's what I like to see. Good, clean start. Race number 8 on track. Race number 9, 17.5 lock timing. A-Main coming up at you next. Frias leading us out. Goodwill in the 2, Caller in the 3. Hastings, Maxwell, Brown, Davila, Borden, Hastings, and Hom. With 30 seconds in, 6.5 minutes to go, 7-minute long main. Goodwill and Caller going at it. Through the whoop section they go. Alex Frias is going to be leading us out. Maxwell and Hastings, let's keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. And you got a gaggle of cars coming through the switchback section. Clean it up, guys. Clean it up. Marshal at the top of the hill. Alex Frias leading out. Goodwill in the 2. Caller in the 3. And it's going to be Borden, Maxwell, Hastings, Brown, Marshall out front. Thank you, Mr. Franson. Appreciate that. Watch your cell phone. Cell phone, cell phone, cell phone. Mr. Hastings. 1:30 in, 5:30 to go. It is leader coming up on the back door of Hom and Hastings. That'll be leader coming up on you guys. Please hold your line. Nicely done. Goodwill in the 2, Caller in the 3. That'll be second and third coming up on you next. Mr. Hastings and Mr. Hom. You guys, Marshall out front, Mr. Franson. Watching the back switchback. It is, oh goodness, clear. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Good hustle. 2 minutes in, 5 to go. 2 minutes in, 5 to go. It is Alex Frias leading out, working his way through the whoop section, coming up on Brown. Nicely done. In that 2 now is going to be Caller. Goodwill into the 3. Watching the backside triple. Watch backside triple. Goodwill popping back up into the 2. Now the second working there, Rich. Nicely done. Caller in the 3. In the 4 is going to be Borden. Good gap on Borden. Maxwell in the 5. There's Borden to Maxwell. Davila in the 6. The leader right now going to be the white, yellow, and black going up the hill, going down the hill. That is Alex Frias in that 2 spot. The all fluorescent yellow and orange of Goodwill. Into 3 will be the fluorescent orange and blue of Caller, working away into the backside triple right about now. So there's leader by start-finish line. Second by the start-finish line right now. Third by start-finish line. Phil Borden in the 4. Maxwell in the 5. Pick up Maxwell and Borden. They're going at it right in front of the driver's stand right now. That's battle for 4th and 5th. And Mr. Hastings, you will have 4th and 5th coming up on you next. Going up the hill, please hold your line. Alex Frias leading out. And Jace, you'll have 2nd and 3rd working with you. Nicely done. Game on. And now Maxwell going to find his way around Borden. And then they get into it by the start-finish line. And here comes Frias trying to drop them a lap down. With 4 minutes in, 3 to go, 7-minute A-main event. Coming at you, it is Caller in the 2, Goodwill in the 3. That will be second working with you there, Mr. Hastings. Please hold your line. And third, coming up on you next. Thank you very much. Game on, game on. Cowler in the 2, Goodwill in the 3. Frias in another zip code. Cowler and Goodwill going up the hill, going down the hill. Marshall out front, Marshall out front. Thank you very much. Watch it out front, guys. One there for you, Mr. Franson. Watch it off the floater double. Clear. Alex Frias leading out. Goodwill in the 2, Cowler in the 3. Maxwell in the 4. Borden in the 5. Watch it on the floater double. It is clear. With 5 minutes in, 2 to go. 5 in, 2 to go. Race number 9. 17.5 lock timing. A main coming at you next.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
It is Frias leading out. Goodwill in that 2 spot, going up the hill, going down the hill. Cowler in the 2. Maxwell in the 4. Borden in the 5. Jace Hastings in the 6. Rich Brown in the 7. Hom in the 8. Hastings in the 9. Davia in the 10. With 1:45 to go. Still got a battle royale going on for second and third between Cowler and Goodwill. Goodwill hooks up a pipe, drops off the back door of Cowler. Watch it out front, guys. That is the leader working with it, Rich. Watch out behind you there, Mr. Franson. Noonan. With 1:20 to go, drivers. 1:20 to go. Rich Brown working with Hastings. Thank you very much. Alex Frias leading out. Frias open track in that 2 spot. Still going to be Cowler.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Goodwill in the 3. That'll be third working with there, Will. Thank you very much. Maxwell in the 4. Borden in the 5. Hastings in the 6. Thank you, Mr. Hastings. Appreciate that. With 45 seconds to go, drivers. 45 seconds to go. Race number 9. 17.5 lock timing, a main event coming up at you next. Watch it out front, guys. Watch it out front. It is clear. With 35 seconds to go, drivers, 35 seconds to go. It is Alex Frias leading out. Mike Cowler in that 2 spot. With 25 seconds to go, 25 seconds to go. Watching the back roller, it is clear. Hastings and Brown going at it for 6th and 7th. Going up the hill, going down the hill with under 15 to go. They get into one another with less than 10. Goodwill into 3. Cowler still leading out into 2. Frias on top with less than 5, less than 5. This should be everyone's final lap, and that is a race. Davia, you are done. Jace Hastings, you are done. Mike Cowler, you are done. Maxwell, you're done. Brown, you're done. Goodwill, you are done. Waiting on 3. Waiting on 3. Hastings, you're done. Waiting on Frias and Borden. That is a race. I'll stop. I'll stop. Marshall's going to grab those blowers. I'll need all 10 of you back out on the track. Corner marshal for me, please. Taking the win. Alex Frias in the 2 spot. Mike Cowler in the 3. Bob Goodwill. Then it was Maxwell, Borden, Hastings, Brown, Hastings, and Davia. Race number 8, drivers, turn them off. I need all of you back on the track. Corner marshal, please. Race number 9, 17.5 lock timing. A main event coming up at you next. Need all my drivers from race number 8. I need you guys back on the track, please.
Scottman.
All right. Race number 9. You can roll them out, check them in. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Qualifying in the 10 spot, Nils Clinshaw. In the 9, Chris Knowlton. In the 8, Scott Mann. In the 7, Bob Goodwill. In the 6, Morris Davis. In the 5, Brother 2. In the 4, Todd Farnham. In the 3, Brandon Bennett. In the 2, Garrick Lastra. And on the pole will be CJ Mann.
Garrick Lastra. Todd Farnham. 1 minute to the start of the race.
Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Marshals to your spots, please.
Bob Goodwill. Brother 2. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
And Mr. Ham. Mr. Ham.
Chris Malton.
We leave the cone alone while we're marshalling, please.
Brandon Bennett.
Thank you. No more laps, no more laps, no more laps. We got our cars lined up. Once again,
30 seconds to the start of the race.
10. Knowlton on the 9, Mann on the 8, Goodwill on the 7, Davis on the 6, Brother 2 on the 5, Farnham on the 4, Bennett on the 3, Lastra on the 2, Mann on the pole. 17.5 lock timing, a main event coming at you. Sound of the tone. Let's keep it clean, kids. Keep it clean, keep it clean, keep it clean. That's what I like to sort of see. Watch it out front, drivers. Let's keep it clean out front. Marshall off the back triple. Let's clean it up, Bob. Nice long 7-minute main. Let's keep it clean out front, drivers. Let's keep it clean. Watch bottom of the hill. Watch bottom of the hill. Watch bottom of the hill. It's going to be Lastra leading out. Mann in the 2. Morris in the 3. Brother 2. Goodwill, Knowlton. Bennett now making some strides. We're not even a minute in with 6 to go. $17.5 lock timing. A main event coming at you. Job behind you there, Alex. Nicely done. It is Lastra on top. CJ Mann in the 2. Morris Davis in the 3. Brother 2 in the 4. Farnham, Knowlton. Bennett, Goodwill. All going at it with 1:30 in, 5:30 to go. That'll be the leader coming up on you guys. You know what to do. Nicely done, guys. Way to work together. That's what I like to see. CJ Mann in that 2 spot. Morris Davis in the 3. Brother 2 in the 4. Davis gets it wrong. Brother 2 going to find his way into the top 3. Race 9 on track. Race 10. 17.5. Expert. Stock. You will be up next. Again, after race number 9, or excuse me, after race number 10, I am going to need at least 5 to 6 volunteer marshals, at least 5 to 6 volunteer marshals to help me out, because I do have a couple guys that are going back to back. So I will need lots of volunteers to help me out for two-wheel drive modified. Back up front, 2:30 in, 4:30 to go. It is Garrett Lastra leading out. Brother 2 in that 2 spot. Watch by timing and scoring. Watch by timing and scoring. Watch up the hill. It is clear. Lastra on top. Brother 2 in the 2. CJ Mann in the 3. Knowlton in the 4. Davis, Goodwill, Bennett. Now Davis and Knowlton going at it. There's Goodwill and Bennett going at it. Davis getting it wrong, bottom of the hill. With 3 in, 4 to go. Leader on deck is still going to be Garrett Lastra. Pick up Lastra right now, working his way through the backside triple. Watch backside triple, guys. Backside triple is clear. That'll be leader right there, Morris. Please hold your line. Thank you very much. And Bob, you'll have leader working with you next. Please hold your line. In that 2 spot is going to be Brother 2, CJ Mann in the 3. Thank you, Nils. Nicely done. In the 4 is going to be Knowlton. Oh, Brother 2 getting it wrong. That's going to drop CJ Mann now into the 2. Brother 2 into the 3. Lastra by the start-finish line. Nicely done, Morris. That's what I like to see. It is Garrett Lastra on top. CJ Mann in the 2. Brother 2 in the 3. Knowlton in the 4. Now Bennett and Knowlton going at it for 4 and 5. Working their way in front of the driver's stand right now. Bennett got his head down, putting the laps in. 4:30 in, 2:30 to go. Lastra working through the whoop section. Davis and Farnham going at it for the 6 and 7. Man in the 2. 2 and the 3. Watch bottom of the hill. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate that. Watch backside triple. Watch backside triple. That was Knowlton getting it wrong. So now Bennett going to pull into the top 4. Knowlton going to be in 5, but here comes Davis and Farnham. So 5, 6, and 7 working through the center section. With 5 minutes in, 2 to go. 5 in, 2 to go. Leader Garrett Laster in the 2. CJ Mann in the 3. Brother 2 in the 4. Bennett. Whoa, Goodwill getting it wrong at the bottom of the triple. Whoa, watch out, Alex. Nicely done, sir. With a minute 40 to go, drivers, minute 40 to go. Again, after race number 10, I am going to need at least 5 volunteer marshals to help me out. I will not get race number 11 going until I have all my marshalling spots covered. So if you are free in the track area and can help me out marshalling for two-wheel mod, I will appreciate it. With a minute 20 to go, drivers, minute 20 to go. It is. Watch it all. Watch in the center. Watch in the center. It is clear. Laster leading out. That'll be leader working leader Brandon. You know what to do. Nicely done. Game on, sir. CJ Mann in the 2. Brother 2 in the 3. Bennett in the 4. Davis, Farnham, Knowlton, Goodwill. Watch top of the hill, guys. Watch top of the hill. It is clear. With a minute to go, drivers. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Watch it out front, guys. Watch it out front. Watching the backside triple. Watch backside triple. Backside triple is clear. With 35 seconds to go. 35 seconds to go. Garrett Laster leading out. CJ Mann in that 2 spot. Brother 2 in the 3. Bennett in the 4. Davis in the 5. Farnham, Goodwill, Mann, Knowlton, Clenshaw. Going to be your running order with under 20 to go. Watch it out front. Oh, CJ Mann spins it around. Brother 2 nowhere to go on that. They're going to be running to the line. Watch the bottom of the hill. Watch bottom of the hill. Watch bottom of the hill. Watch bottom of the hill. Bottom of the hill is clear with less than 5. Drivers less than 5. Help them out. It is time on the master clock. You'll be done when you cross the line. Farnham, you are done. Clenshaw, you are done. Waiting on everyone else. Marshals, watch your areas. Bennett, you are, Brother 2, you are done. Goodwill, you are done. Mann, you are done. Mann, you are done. Laster, you are done. Bennett, you are done. Knowlton, you are done. Waiting on Davis. That is a race. All stop. Marshals, grab those blowers. Start blowing off your areas. Taking the win. Garrett Laster, Brother 2 in the 2. Mann in the 3. Bennett in the 4. Davis in the 5. Farnham, Goodwill, Mann, Knowlton, and Clenshaw rounding out my top 10. Drivers from race number 9, turn them off, put them down. Need you guys back on the track, corner marshal. And again, I will need 5 volunteer marshals to help me out for race number 11. 5 volunteer marshals to help me out race number 11.
Evan Furtick. 2-2.
Because I will have Boyd, Smith, Gonzalez, and Furtick. So I am going to need at least 5 to 6 volunteer marshals for race number 11. Let's get our blowers down, please. Blowers down. Marshals to your spots.
Rudy Gonzalez.
If there is a open spot, let's do this. Nils and Mike Caller. Why don't you guys help me out for race number 11? Thank you very much. Let's go and roll them out, check them in. Roll them out, check them in. And I'll still need about 5 volunteer marshals to help me out with race number 11. I'll need 5 volunteer marshals to help me out race number 11. This is your two-wheel drive two-wheel drive expert stock. A main event on the pole will be Chase Boyd. In the 2
1 minute
will be Willie Smith. In the 3, Rudy Gonzalez. In the 4, Evan Furtick. And in the 5 will be John Calvario. With that being said, no more laps. Let's go get our cars lined up.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
This is a 7-minute A main event for you cats.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
With that being said, drivers ready, marshals ready. 7 minutes of excitement coming at you at the sound of the tone. We are locked and loaded. And again, I will need at least 5 volunteer marshals to help me out after this race. 5 volunteer marshals help me out after this race. So leading out is going to be Chase Boyd, Willie Smith in tow, Rudy Gonzalez into 3. Oh my goodness. Calvario, not like a Timex. It's taking a licking, but it's not ticking. Boyd on top. Smith in the 2. Fertig in the 3. Gonzalez in the 4. Marshall out front. Smith popping it upside down. Wow. Race number 11, two-wheel drive, modified. Coming up at you next, two-wheel mod. Coming up at you next. Chase Boyd leading out. Willie Smith in that 2 spot. Fertig and Gonzalez going at it for 3rd and 4th. Calvario going to take an E, but he's got 4-wheel drive still to run. Marshall bottom of the hill. Thank you, CJ. And again, I will need at least 5 volunteer marshals to help me out for two-wheel mod. At least 5 volunteer marshals help me out for two-wheel mod, please. Chase Boyd on top. Willie Smith in the 2. 18-9 to a 19 flat. Fertig in the 3. Gonzalez in the 4. And again, we do want to thank everybody for coming on out today. Hopefully you all are having a fun time racing your radio control cars. Chase Boyd leading out. Willie Smith in that 2 spot. With 2 minutes in, 5 to go. 2 minutes in, 5 to go. Chase Boyd on top, working his way up the hill. Down the hill. Willie Smith working his way off timing and scoring. Up the hill. Down the hill. Fertig in the 3. Gonzalez in the 4. We are rolling race number 10. Watch top of the hill. Watch top of the hill. It is clear. Chase Boyd. Hooked up and honking. 18-8 fast lap out of Boyd. By the start finish line he goes. 2:30 in, 4:30 to go. Willie Smith in that 2 spot. Fast lap out of Smith, 19-0. Fertig in the 3. Gonzalez in the 4. Now Gonzalez and Fertig going at it. Chase Boyd working his way up the hill. Fertig hooks up a pipe. That gives Gonzalez a little bit of a breathing room. Watch it off the roller. It is clear. And again, I am going to need at least 5 volunteer marshals to help me out for race number 11. 5 volunteer marshals help me out with race number 11. Boyd hooking up a pipe. No harm, no foul. He's got a pretty sizable lead on second of Smith. Now Gonzalez knocking on the back door of Willie Smith. He wants a challenge for the top 2. Working their way through the backside triple. We are off and running with 3:45 in, 3:10 to go. Again, anybody looking for some good marshalling karma, I will need you guys out there for race number 11. It's my two-wheel drive modified. That'll be the last day I'll be calling for volunteers. So again, thank you to my volunteer marshals. I greatly appreciate you guys being out there, helping me out. That's what's allowed me to give you guys 7-minute mains for our A mains. We got 3 more races to get through. Two-wheel drive modified, 17.5 lock timing 4-wheel, and 4-wheel expert. With 2:30 to go, it is Chase Boyd on top. Willie Smith in that 2 spot. Gonzalez in the 3, Fertig in the 4. Chicken Nuggy putting a lap on the field. Now Gonzalez into the 2. Smith going to drop it to the 3. Watch top of the hill, watch top of the hill, watch top of the hill. Top of the hill is clear.
2 minutes left.
With 5 minutes in, 2 to go. Gonzalez getting it wrong. That's going to move Smith back into the top 2. Race number 10 on track. Race number 11, two-wheel mod. Smith hooks up a pipe and then puts it upside down. Gonzalez now going to find his way back into the 2. And then Gonzalez gets it wrong on the backside. And then Smith goes single, single. He wants to run with Rudy. With a minute 30 to go, drivers, a minute 30 to go. Race number 11. Two-wheel mod coming up at you next. Two-wheel mod coming up at you next. Now Fertig going to find his way into the top 3. Smith dropping it to the 4. With a minute to go, drivers, a minute to go. You're watching race number 10, race number 11. Two-wheel mod coming up at you next. Again, I am going to need 5 experienced volunteer marshals to help me out for race number 11. 5 experienced volunteer marshals to help me out. Race number 11, please. With under 45 to go, under 45 to go. Gonzalez and Fertig, 2, 3, and Smith in the 4. Starting to wind this one down with 35 seconds to go. 35 seconds to go. 35 seconds to go. Fertig gets into the side of Gonzalez with 25 seconds to go. Second, third, fourth by the start-finish line. They may get by for one more. So it'll be a run to the line. Who wants the final? Oh, Smith gets in the inside of Fertig and does the only thing and waits. So Gonzalez going to come home, possibly get a white flag lap with less than 5. Less than 5. Fertig gets it wrong on the backside triple with 1, and that is time. Finish the lap you are on. Chase Boy, you are done. Fertig, you are done. Willie Smith, you are done. Waiting on 1. Waiting on 1. Waiting on 1. Waiting on 1. Garrick. I know. And that is the race. I'll stop, I'll stop. Marshall's going to grab those blowers. Start blowing off your areas. And race number 11 coming at you next. And again, I need to have lots of volunteers. I greatly appreciate you guys hopping out there. I'll need Calvario out there. He's my only guy that wasn't going. Yes, I want you to run it. I've already run the water, so just make sure I turn the switch off, Willie. All right, I need my marshals on the track, please. Marshals on the track, please. I got Nils there. I got Ham there. Frias can help me out there. Caller there. Washington there. I need 2 volunteer marshals. I need one on 0 and 1 in front of the driver's stand. I need 1 in front of the driver's stand, please. 2 Ahmad, you can roll them out, check them in.
La Lamb. Rudy Gonzalez. Chicken Nugget. Scott Spear. Zippy. Evan Fertig.
All right, guys, line them up. All right, on the 10, we have Lyle Lamb. On the 9, Tim Long. On the 8, Evan Fertig. And the 7, Sean Sanchez. And the 6, Mike Sora. And the 5, Rudy Gonzalez.
Negative.
And the 4, Richard Lake. What's that, Richard? In the 3, Justin. In the 2, we got Chase. And on the pole, we have Scott Spear.
Bryce, she needs to be off the track. She needs to be off the track.
All right, driver's ready, marshal's ready. We are going to go on the tone. All right, we're being let out by Scott Spear, chasing the 2 right behind him. Then Justin and Richard. Richard making it around Justin. All right, here comes your leader, but going through the whoops. Chase in tow with Richard right behind him. Justin gets it wrong in the whoops. It's going to allow Rudy to get by. We got Mike Sora right there in the mix. Scott with an early lead. A couple seconds over Chase. Richard Lake puts it upside down. Watch the whoop section. Clear. All right, Justin back up into 3 now. Scott stretching out his lead by about 4 seconds now. Another rough lap out of Richard. That's going to put him back to the 5 spot. So we got Scott, Chase, Justin, and Rudy now in the top 4. Chase rolls it over into whoops. Here comes Justin. As they come up over the hill. Two minutes down, 5 minutes left for the 7-minute main. Closest up front battle right now is going to be between Chase and Justin. Scott is pretty much checked out right now. He's got about a 6-second lead over second and third. Richard making his way back up to the top 4 now. Mike Sora in the 5, followed by Evan, Sean, Lyle, Rudy, and Tim. Comes your leader past the start, finishing up over the hill. And here comes second place up over the hill. Scott's still maintaining that 6-second lead right now over Chase. Everybody's running pretty close on their lap times. Justin not too far back in the 3rd spot. We've got Evan and Sean with a battle here for 6th and 7th place as they come up over the hill. Sean makes it around. As they head over the triple now. Oh, now Evan gets back around Sean. That's going to be your closest battle right now for that 6th and 7th spot. As they come over the triple now. Up front, we still have Scott Spear. Here comes Chase, about 8 seconds back in the 2 spot, followed by Justin. Got 4:30 in and 2:30 to go. Sean and Evan still battling it out here for that fifth and sixth spot. I'm sorry. And here they come past the start finish. Now Sora getting in the mix here. We got a fifth, sixth, and seventh place battle going on.
2 minutes left.
Watch the top of the hill. Clear. Scott staying pretty consistent up front here. Chase still about 6 seconds back. Chase working through some traffic right now. Evan and Mike, that'll be your second place car around you. All right, Scott Spear still leading out. Chasing the 2, Justin in the 3, Lake in that 4. Sora up into the 5 spot now. And then we have Evan and Rudy.
One minute left.
Big group of cars together right now, all around that 5th, 6th, 7th spot. With 51 seconds to go. Now Lake making a charge back. He gets hung up on, watch triple, clear. All right, now we have Chase and Justin battling it out for that 2 spot. And 10 seconds remaining. They're gonna get around for one more. All right, Scott Spear, I got you at the line. And Sora. Chase gonna hang on to that 2 spot with Justin in the 3. You guys are done. Justin, you were done. Lyle, you were done. Richard, you were done. Evan, you're done. Sanchez, you are done. Just waiting on Rudy, and you are done. That is a race.
All right, 2-wheel drive modified drivers, turn them off, put them down, coming back out, final marshaling spot for me. Thank you very much, Willie. Do appreciate that. That's all right. No worries.
Transponder 2271220. Transponder 2946368.
And again, thank you to my volunteer marshals for hopping out there
68758711.
and being out there. I greatly appreciate it. You guys made the day go by good. I appreciate it.
Transponder 6756539. Transponder 4920700. Transponder 6875871.
Coming at you. Drivers from race number 11.
Transponder 6617384.
Get you guys back on the track,
Transponder
please.
4920702 completed.
Thank you, Juan. Nah. We're good. All right, marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots.
Eric Lastra. Clint Salter.
All right, it's going to roll them out. Check them in, roll them out, check them in. Qualifying in the 10 spot, Mike Hastings. In the 9, Rich Brown. In the 8, Phil Borden. In the 7, Brother Lee Two. In the 6, Clint Salter. In the 5, Lyle Lamb. In the 4, Morris Davis. In the 3, Keith Himmelman. In the 2, Lee Helmrich. And on the pole will be Garrick Lastra. Need a marshal out front.
Phil Borden.
Thank you, Tim. Oh, boy.
Morris Davis.
And with that being said, no more laps, no more laps, no more laps. We got our cars lined up. Gentlemen, this is warm-up. You You guys got the concept on that, right?
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, so we're going to get our cars lined up. Laster on the pole, Helmrich in the 2, Himmelman in the 3, Davis in the 4, Lamb in the 5.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, 17.5 lock timing. 7 minutes of excitement coming at you at the sound of the tone. Locked and loaded. Helmrich putting it upside down early on. Boyd right there to get him. Thank you, Chase. Watch top of the hill. Wow. You guys are in it to win it with a 7-minute main. You guys are just no quarter given. Marshall up front, Tim. Thank you, Tim. Oh, my. Garrett Laster leading out. Himmelman in that 2 spot. Brother 2 in the 3. Borden in the 4. Looks like Davis in the 5. Watch it out front, drivers. Watch it out front. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Rudy. Himmelman and Brother 2 going at it. Here comes Borden, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. 5th, 6th, all working out. Watch bottom of the hill. Thank you, Chase. Garrett Laster leading out. Himmelman in that 2 spot. Watch it out front. Thank you, Evan. Cool. Thank you. Drivers, you got 140 in, 5:20 to go. It is Garrett Laster leading out. Himmelman in that 2. Brother 2 in the 3. Borden in the 4. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th. By timing and scoring right about now up the hill. Brother 2 turns in just a bit too inside. Davis in the 5. Watch backside triple. Watch backside triple. It is clear. Laster putting it upside down. Oh, that was Hastings putting upside down. Ooh. Back up front, it is going to be Garrett Laster on top. Himmelman in that 2 spot. Borden in the 3. Brother 2 in the 4. Davis, Salter, Lamb, Helmrich, Hastings, and Brown. Watching center. Himmelman on top. Borden now finding his way up into the top 3. Brother 2 going to drop it to the 4. Davis setting his sights on. Where are you going? Drivers, you got 240 in, 4:20 to go. Race number 13, 4-wheel drive expert. That'll be a 2-car dance coming at you next. Just keep it clean, guys. Nicely done, Brother 2. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, that is Borden, Brother 2, and Davis. In the 2 spot, going to be Keith Himmelman. Lamb in the 6, Salter, Helmrich, Hastings, and Brown. Keith Himmelman working the way through the whoop section. Mr. Hastings out of the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, working with you next. Oh my goodness, you guys need to clean it up. Laster trying to find his way around Brother 2. Back out of front, 3:30 in, 3:30 to go. Phil Borden into 3. Looks like Davis now moving up into the 4. Brother 2 in the 5. Borden flipping it around. That's going to move Davis now up into the top 3. He spins it around. Here comes Brother 2. So 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yo, just a bit too short. Davis in the 3. Borden in the 4. Working their way up the hill, going down the hill. Back out our front, keeping his nose clean. It's going to be Garrett Laster. Keith Himmelman in that 2 spot. Himmelman working his way through the whoop section. Long, like a gazelle. Tim. Look at that. Nicely done. 4:30 in, 2:30 to go. Again, huge thanks to everyone coming out today. Davis, Borden, and Helmrich now putting his nose up there. Oh, goodness gracious. Morris Davis now going to find his way into the 3. Borden in the 4. Looks like Helmrich in the 5. Brother 2 in the 6. Thank you, Justin. One right there. Justin getting his workout. Oh, nice.
2 minutes left.
5 minutes in, 2 to go. 5 minutes in, 2 to go. 17-5 lock timing. A main event. Garrett Claster on top. Keith Himmelman in that 2 spot. Morris Davis in the 3. Borden in the 4. Whoa. Helmrich in the 5. With a minute 30 to go, drivers, a minute 30 to go. It is Garrett Claster leading out. Keith Himmelman in that 2 spot. Pick up Himmelman right now. He is working. Jumping away from the driver's stand right now. White into the black and blue. Morris Davis rocking the all magenta. Schumacher in the top 3. Borden in the 4. Helmrich in the 5. Watch it out front. Thank you, Evan. With a minute to go, drivers. 1 minute to go.
1 minute left.
6 minutes in, 1 to go. 6 in, 1 to go. Race number 13, 4-wheel drive expert coming up at you next. Garrett Claster on top. Keith Himmelman in that 2 spot. Morris Davis in the 3. Borden in the 4. 6:30 in, 35 seconds to go. 35 seconds to go. Nicely done, Mr. Hastings. Laster, Himmelman, Davis. Now Davis setting his sights on Himmelman. Through the backside triple they go. They should get by for one more. Then it'll be a run to the line. Through the whoop section. Less than 10, drivers, less than 10. Less than 5. And that is going to be time. Finish lap, you are on. Lastra, you are done. Borden, you are done. Salter, you are done. Everybody will be done when you cross our finish line. Himmelman done. Davis, you're done. Helmrich, 2. Hastings, waiting on Brown. Waiting on Brown. And that is a race. All stop, all stop. Drivers from race number 12. Turn them off, put them down. Come on back out, find a marshalling spot.
The race is completed.
And final race of the day. 13-5 4-wheel expert coming at you next. Drivers from race number 12, I need you guys back out on the track, please. Drivers from 12, I need you guys back out on the track for me, please. It'll be a 2-car dance. Go ahead and roll them out, check them in, marshals to your spots. Qualifying in the 3 spot, John Calvario. In the 2, CJ Mann. And on the pole will be Diego Bettenker. Final race of the day. Again, thank you for everyone coming on out. Hopefully you guys had a fun time. If you have a tab inside the store, it should already be handled and taken care of.
CJ.
And marshals to your spots. Marshals to your spots. All right, no more laps, no more laps. Bettenker on the pole. CJ Mann on the 2.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Front of the driver's stand for me, Mr. Salter, if you would. Just split the difference between 2 and 3 for me. Garrick on 2 or 3.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Final race of the day. 4-wheel drive expert coming at you at the sound of the tone. And we're off and running. Diego Bettenker leading us out. CJ Mann in the 2. And again, thank you to everyone for coming on out. Don't forget, we'll do it all over again on Wednesday, 7 o'clock start time. And then again, Saturday, back at it. Doors at 10, racing at 1. Diego Bettenker going to be leading us out 18-2 fast lap. Bettenker through the backside triple. CJ Mann backside triple. Bettenker hooking up a pipe. Borden right there to get him. It is Diego Bettenker on top. .130 in, 3:30 to go. Diego on top. 17 and a 5:09 is his pace. CJ Mann, 16 and a 5:05. Rolling with race number 13. Again, thanks for everyone coming on out. Don't forget, tip your wait staff. (17.6) fast lap out of Bettenker. 19.2 out of Mann. 2 minutes in, 3 to go. 2 and 3 to go. I am 2:45 in, 2:15 to go. Diego Bettenker leading us out. CJ Mann in the 2. You should. It'll be a fun time.
Two minutes left. 2 minutes left.
.340 in, 1:20 to go.
One minute left. 1 minute left.
This one down with 45 seconds to go. It is Diego Bettenker leading us out right now. 17 and a 5:12. CJ Mann in the 2. 17.6 fast lap. Back on lap number 5. Adam Apache with 30 seconds left to go. 30 seconds left to go. Again, thanks so much for everyone coming on out. Track will be closed at the conclusion of this race. So, again, we appreciate everyone coming out. Again, thank you to volunteer marshals. It is appreciated. With less than 10, drivers less than 10, less than 10. This will be everyone's final lap. And that'll be time on the master clock. Mapache going to be taking the win. Mann in the 2. And that is A race. All stop. Thank you very much, gentlemen and
race
ladies, for coming on out. Hopefully you all had a fun time today. We will look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you, Phil. You guys have a great night.